This is Unit 7, Quadratic Equations. We will be doing the first 2 pages of our foldable today. So flip it open, and it will be purple on top and blue on bottom. We're going to learn how to write an equation, a quadratic equation, just from their roots and some given point. So this is the equation that we will be using. Okay, and we're actually going to fill in all variables besides a, because we're going to search for a first, and then we will plug it back in again to get the equation itself. So what we're going to do first is we are just going to fill in our R1 and R2. So I'm going to leave those off. And our R1 and R2. This will be my R1. And this will be my R2. Oh, sorry, we were actually just writing R2. Okay, so whenever I fill in those parts, that's where they come from. So y equals a x minus 4, and x, it normally is minus, our equation says minus, but our R2 is -1, so minus a -1 is really plus 1. Now what we're going to do is fill in our 2 x's and our y, and we will do that by using these numbers. This 0 will be our x, and then this 8 will be our y. So whenever we fill in numbers, that's where they are coming from. So instead of y, we will put 8 is equal to a. Instead of x, we will put 0 minus 4. Instead of this x, we will put 0 plus 1. Now we need to simplify. Our goal is to find the a. So we're trying to reduce everything to find our a. So here are our 2 sides. So we have 8 is equal to a. Always do parentheses first. 0 minus 4 is -4. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now we need to combine like terms. -4 times 1 is just -4 with our a still there. Now our a is over on the right hand side, so we need to move all things away from that a. So we are not going to divide by 8, we are going to divide by -4. These two -4's cancel, and a is then -2. So now what we're going to do is that a, this a right here, will replace this a here. So we're going to take it and plug it back into this equation just for the a. The y will stay a y now, and the x's will stay x's, and only the a will be replaced. So our answer will be y equals, instead of the highlighted a, we're going to replace it with the highlighted -2. So -2. And the rest of it all stays the same. X minus 4 and x plus 1. And that is our answer. Down here, we still use the same equation. Y equals a, x minus r1, x minus r2. I'm going to go ahead and color code everything for you so you know where everything comes from. Our y is 5. Our x's will be -1. Our R1 and our R2 will be this 4. And the reason is because it says there is a double root. Whenever there is a double root, that means that there are two numbers as our answers. So 4 will be both of our answers. So our R1 and our R2 will also be 4. And I just realized that I chose red for both Y and R1 and R2. So let me fix that for you. We will make Y pink. And so this one would be pink. Okay, now you can see where everything comes from. I apologize for that confusion. So we will have Y equals A, X minus 4. Instead of R1, we're going to change it to 4. And X minus 4 again, because our R2 is the same. And the reason why I keep this step is because whenever we plug A back in, it will be to this equation here. This is where we will plug A back in. Yes, you can skip it and go straight to what I'm about to do. But whenever you do that, I have noticed in the past that people tend to forget to plug it back into this equation, or they will plug it back into the wrong equation. So I highly suggest you keep this step. This is the one where you plug A back in. Okay, now we need to plug in our X and Y's. So our X, as you can see, it's a pink. Our Y is pink, and our pink number is 5. So instead of Y, I will put 5. We don't know our A yet. That's what we're solving for. X's are green. So over here, it's a -1. So -1 minus 4, and -1 minus 4. Now we are trying to solve for our A. Here are our two sides. First thing we need to do is in parentheses. -1 minus 4 is -5. -1 minus 4 is -5. Now we need to combine like terms, which is really just doing the multiplying. -5 times -5 is a positive 25A. Now don't forget our A is over here on the right. So we need to divide by the number with the A. Do not divide this and tell me that your answer is 5, that A is 5. That will not be right. We need to divide by the number with A. So we need to divide by 25. These cancel, and now A is 5 over 25. You could divide it in your calculator and hit math enter, and it will give you the new fraction, or you could just say that 5 goes into both. So divide both the top and the bottom by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So A is now 1/5. And we are going to replace that with this A. Remember, that's why we did that step, and that's why I started. Instead of having A, we will have 1/5. So we will copy the exact same thing, except for the highlighted part, we're going to switch them. Y is equal to 1/5 X minus 4 X minus 4. You can also, since they are the exact same thing, you could do Y equals 1/5 X minus 4 squared. Both of these answers are correct for this. Number 3, we have to look at the graph for our roots. This root is 1, this root is 3. So let's color code. Y is equal to a X minus R1 and X minus R2. Remember, R stand for roots, root 1 and root 2. Okay, our Y, it says our y-intercept of -12, let me switch back so that y'all can see. Y-intercept of -12, that means that our point is really 0, -12, okay? Anytime you have y-intercept, your x will be 0. So instead of our y, we will put -12. instead of our x's, we're going to end up putting 0. And then we will replace our two roots. Our root 1 will be 1. Our root 2 will be 3. Alright, so now we can start filling things in. Remember that you could skip this part, but I really suggest that you don't, so that you don't mess it up. So I suggest you keep this one because this will tell you what to plug the A back into. We need to fill in our roots. So the first root is 1, so minus 1. Our second root is 3, so minus 3. Now we're going to replace our y's and our x's. The y is the pink, and our pink is negative 12. So negative 12 is equal to A. And instead of x, that's our green, so 0 minus 1 and 0 minus 3. So now we need to simplify, and we always do parentheses first. Negative 12 is equal to A. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Now we need to combine the multiplication parts. Negative 1 times negative 3 is a positive 3. And then don't forget your A. Don't forget that we are dividing by the side that the A is with, since the A is right here on the right. We do not divide by negative 12, we divide by 3. These 3's cancel, and A is negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. So we are going to plug this negative 4 in for this A here. So we will write the exact same thing as this equation is right here, except for the highlighted parts. Y is equal to, instead of A, we will do negative 4, and then x minus 1, x minus 3. Y'all should have more room to write on your foldable. This marker tends to be very big. Okay. Now we will go down to the next page that I have not erased yet. Okay, so I erased it all. I apologize for a little jump, but I had forgotten to erase it before. Now we will be using this formula because we are not going to write these in root form. We are going to write these in vertex form. So this is vertex form. We have y equals a x minus h squared plus k. And let me color code what everything is. So our y and our x will still look the same. The difference is the h and the k. So y is still negative 13. X is still what's inside that parentheses at negative 4. What changes now is what our h is, which is this number. And our k, which is that number. Okay, so now that you know where all my numbers are coming from, I'm going to fill it all in. And this is the same thing on the other one. We're going to have to solve for A first and then plug it back in. Where you plug back A back in will be this one I'm about to write. Again, you can skip this step if you really want to, but, big but, you may end up plugging it into the wrong thing. So I highly suggest you do not skip this step. Y is equal to AX minus, and instead of H, we're going to put the 3. Replace the yellow with the yellow. And plus 1 because we're going to replace the blue K with the blue 1. This is where you will plug the A back in. Now we are going to plug in our X and our Y. Our Y is pink and our pink number is -13. Replace our X with our numbers. Our X is green and -4 is green. Now we're going to have to solve for A. So of course you do parentheses first. -4 minus 3 is -7 squared plus 1. -7 squared. -7 times -7 is -49. This should really look like this. So we're going to switch around our -49 and our A. All I did is flip-flop my A and my -49 just because the second way is the proper way to write it. Now that we've got this, remember that our A is on our right, so we need to move the numbers away from A. But now we have two numbers. Remember, we always add or subtract first. So we need to look at the number that we can either add or subtract away. And the only one that we can is the 1. The 1 is being added. We do the opposite, which is subtracted by 1. This one cancels. -13 minus 1 is -14. And then just bring everything else down. Our A is still over here on the right. Since it's there, we need to divide by -49. I am going to write the result for A up here. So we ended up with -14. Oh, I just ran out of room. If you did not run out of room, don't worry about rewriting this again. Okay. So the -49 over the -49, that cancels. And A is now equal to, you could do -49 divided by, -14 divided by -49 in your calculator. Hit math, enter, enter, and it would tell you what the answer is. But 7 goes into both of these. So divide by -7, divide by -7. -7 goes into -14 twice. -7 goes into -49 7 times. So my A is really 2 over 7. So now we are going to replace our 2 7s with our A from this equation. So we're going to rewrite the exact same thing, just replace green with green. So Y is equal to 2 over 7 X minus 3 squared plus 1. And that is our answer. Okay. Again, we have Y equals A X minus H plus K. That's not going to change. Let's color code. Y is 6. X is 5. H is -1. If you notice, I only highlighted the H, not the minus. Okay, that minus will always be there unless we need to change it. And then the K, same thing with the plus. It will always be there unless we need to change it. And -6. Okay. So again, this is a step you could skip, but I really suggest you don't. Y is equal to AX. And instead of H, we normally would do minus whatever our H is. But that would be minus a -1. So minus a negative is really plus. And then we would normally do plus K, but it looks really weird if we say plus a -6. So instead of saying plus a negative, we just say -6. Alright, now we're going to replace our Y and our X. Our y is pink, so we're going to replace it with 6. Our x is green, so we're going to replace it with 5 minus 6. Here's our new equation. We need to do our parentheses first. Oh, I forgot the squared symbol. I apologize. Don't forget about your squared. 5 plus 1 is 6. Squared minus 6. 6 is equal to 6 squared is 36 minus 6. I am just going to flip-flop my a and my 36. That's all I'm doing this part. Now, since our a is over here on the right, we need to move all the numbers away from our a. So we have to move this 6 over. So we're going to add 6 to both sides since it is being subtracted. Always do the opposite. 6 plus 6 is 12. 36 times, well, we just bring down our 36a. Okay, we need to move our stuff away from this a. We are not going to divide by 12 to get whole numbers. It does not matter. We need to divide by what is with the a. So divide by 36. Again, you could do 12 divided by 36 in your calculator, or you could see that 12 goes into both. So divide the top by 12, divide the bottom by 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 36 divided by 12 is 3. So a is really 1/3. So we will take our 1/3 and we will replace it with our a. And this will come up here. Y is equal to, instead of a, 1/3. Then just copy everything else. X plus 1 squared minus 6. One more problem. This one gives us our vertex. It is at -2, -2. Remember, y-intercept really tells you that it is 0, 1. So our equation, y is equal to ax minus h squared plus k. Let's replace our stuff. Y is 1. Our x is 0. Our h is -2. And our k is -2. Alright, so let's start plugging things in. Remember the step you can replace, but please don't. Y is equal to a x, and we would do minus whatever h is, which would be minus a -2. Minus a negative makes it plus. We would normally do plus whatever k is. Well, k is -2, so plus -2 really just isn't proper, so instead of writing plus and negative, we write minus 2. Now we gotta plug our y and our x. Our y is pink, and what is pink is 1. Our x is green, and what is x is 0. Or what is green is 0. Plus 2 squared minus 2. Okay. Do parentheses first. 0 plus 2 is 2. Now we need to square our 2, which is 4. We're going to flip-flop our a and our 4 to just be 4a minus 2. Now I'm just going to rewrite this up here because I've kind of run out of room. If you still have room, you do not have to write that up the top right-hand corner. Just continue on. Okay, these are my two sides. Remember that our A is on the right now, so we need to move our stuff away from the right. It is -2. Doing the opposite means we add 2. So 3 is equal to 4A. Our A is still on the right-hand side. So we need to divide by what is with the A. So divide by 4, because the goal is to get that A by itself. So A is really 3/4. So we need to replace the 3/4 with this A. And our Y is equal to, instead of A, we will have 3/4. And then we just complete it, x plus 2 squared minus 2. And that concludes our foldable for today. You need to do day 1, anything that has day 1 in your packet.